So if you come into seated, sit in a way that is comfortable for you to sit. Aligning the back of your skull with your sacrum. Bring your arms onto your thighs and use your arms to ease your thighs forward so you're creating space in top of the hips and hip flexors. Activate your feet and spread the toes. Close your eyes. And just feel what comes up for you as you're sitting here now. As you are going through your class, stay with the feeling, stay with what comes up for you, and don't feel that you have to run away from it, or that you have to, or that it allows, or that it pulls you down. So just be aware of what comes up for you. So you're not allowing yourself to be drowned by the sensations that are coming up. So your intent today is to stay with the direct experience, the direct feelings of what is coming up for you. You're not feeling that you have to include a narrative about what is coming up. Don't add to what is coming up, just stay with what you feel. Take a breath, and as you inhale, expand your ribs. And as you breathe out, soften your shoulders. Working very deep from pelvic bowl. So breathe in, lifting belly away from pelvis. Relax your belly and then exhale. Grounding down into sit bones and then breathe into lower back. Feel your lengthening lower ribs away from sacrum. And exhale, exhaling completely, belly's in. And then inhale, release. Pranayama is in knee pause, so bring your left foot over your right. And then work your left heel towards your right hip and ease your right foot out so you're not sitting on your right heel. Hold the first two fingers down of your right hand and use your thumb to block off right nostril. Inhale for 10 through the left nostril. Lock in both nostrils and hold the breath, hold for 10. Exhale, left nostril for 10. Inhale through the left nostril for 10. Lock left nostril, both nostrils are blocked. You're holding the breath for 10. Exhale, left nostril for 10. Inhale, left for 10. Lock in both nostrils, hold for 10. Exhale, left for 10. and then release. Change the cross of your legs. Right is over left. Make the adjustments if you need. You can straighten that left leg. Hold the first two fingers down of your left hand and use your thumb to block left nostril. Inhale through the right nostril for 10. Block in both nostrils, hold for 10. Exhale right for 10. Inhale through the right nostril for 10. Lock in both nostrils, hold the breath for 10. Exhale through the right nostril for 10. One more, breathe in through the right for 10. Lock both nostrils and hold for 10. Exhale right for 10. And then release. Bring the soles of your feet together. Your heels, they're about 12, 15 inches away from your pelvic bone. Flex your toes back towards your shins and bring your hands by your side. Now press down into your sit bone and then breathe in, lift your chest. Hold the breath, allowing the breath just to move through your body. Forward bend, bring your hands forward and exhale through your mouth. Uddiyana, chin is tucking in, pull your belly in. Pull it in, pull it up, spreading your ribs, spread the diaphragm. Keep feeling you're hollowing your belly out. Relax your belly, stay here, and then breathe. Breathe into lower back, lengthening lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, pull belly in as you fold. Relax your belly, and from the area beneath your navel, breathe there, belly's pulling in. And as you breathe out, let your body melt forward. Inhale, release. Pushing the floor away, breathe in as you come all the way back up. Seated side bend in shoelace, two-arm position. So bring your right foot towards the left edge of the mat, and your left foot is over your right thigh. Flex, reach your heels away from you, and flex the toes back towards your shin. Left hand by the left hip, and reach the hand about 12, 15 inches away from your hip. Relax your left ear with left shoulder. As you breathe in, stretching your right arm up. And as you breathe out, bring your right arm over right ear. Deep breath, get lengthening out of your left side. And as you breathe out, wrapping that right shoulder as you reach your right arm over right ear. On the next breath, lift your sternum. So feel your lifting chest towards your chin. And as you breathe out, that right arm reaches over your right ear. Second arm position, just move the arm. Inhale, reach your right arm down towards the right side. And as you breathe out, both shoulders away from you. Activate your feet. Now press your lower sit bones to floor and lengthen your lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, shoulders are down. Breathe into the right side of your neck. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, relax your jaw. On the next breath, inhale, reach your right arm away. Let the arm pull you up and use your left hand to support your head and neck as you come up. And then change. Side bend with your right foot over your left. Okay, make any of the adjustments so you feel this into hips, not into your knees. Bring your right hand by right hip and then reach the hand about 12, 15 inches away from the hip. Relax your right ear with right shoulder. Inhale, stretch your left arm up. And as you breathe out, reaching your left arm over left ear. As you breathe, lift your right side ribs away from right hip. And as you breathe out, you're wrapping your left shoulder reaches over left ear. From your pelvic bowl, breathe in, lifting your belly away from pelvis. You'll feel your diaphragm lift. And as you breathe out, you're reaching that right arm, left arm over left ear. Second arm position, just move the arm. As you breathe in, stretch your left arm down towards the left side. And as you breathe out, your neck is relaxed. Feet still active. Breathe into the left side of your neck. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, soften both shoulders. On the next breath, sit bones pressed down and then lengthen. Breathe in, lengthening your lower ribs away from sacrum. Lengthen your mid-ribs away from your lower ribs and your upper ribs away from mid-ribs. And as you breathe out, shoulders soften away from ears. Use your left arm. Inhale, reach your left arm away. Let the arm pull you up and use your right hand to support your head and neck. And then change. Your next pose is half lotus with your left foot on top of your right thigh. So bring the foot in as close as you can. And then bring your left hand all the way around the back, taking hold of the foot or onto your thigh, or slipping the hands into your waistband. Inhale, bring your right arm across against your left thigh. And as you breathe out, you're twisting towards the left. Focus deep from pelvic bowl. Breathe in, lifting belly away from pelvis. Keep the spine long. Exhale as you're spiraling around towards the left. As you breathe in, expand your ribs. And as you breathe out, spiraling around towards the left a little more. Then inhale, release. Shoelace pose. So ease your right foot forward slightly and then tuck your left foot onto the right thigh just above the knee. Bring your right hand by right hip and then reach the hand about 12 inches away from that right hip. Pressing down into left sit bones, breathing in, stretching your left arm is up. And as you breathe out, bring your left arm down so the hand is onto the floor and your left foot is pressing against your right. Your left foot presses against left arm. Try not to have the foot against your elbow, so onto your forearm or onto your tricep if you can. That left sit bone wants to leave the floor, so press it back down and then breathe in, lengthen from there. And as you breathe out, you're folding towards your right thigh, left thigh. Relax your belly and then breathe in, moving belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, allowing your body to melt forward. One more breath. You're breathing into lower back. You're lengthening your lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, you're folding towards your left foot. Then inhale, release. Keep your feet where they are, twisting shoelace towards your left thigh. So left hand reaches by hip, then it reaches away from your left hip. Pressing down into your right sit bones, breathing in, you're stretching your right arm is up. And as you breathe out, you're bringing your arm down, so the arm is pressing against your left thigh. Right arm, both arms pressing against the thigh if you can. Now breathe into lower back. Feel this into lower back. And as you breathe out, you're folding over your left thigh. As you breathe in, feel you're moving your belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, allowing your body to melt over left thigh. So notice where you're feeling this in your body and breathe there. Deep breath. And exhale as you feel for that release as you fold. Inhale, release. Pushing the floor away, breathe in as you come up. Keep your feet where they are, forward bend. So the hands are coming forward of your shin. Sit bones pressed down, breathe in, lengthening your side ribs away from hips. And as you breathe out, you're folding forward over your left shin. And breathing, keep moving belly away from pelvis, chest is lifting. And as you breathe out, allow your body to melt forward. Breathe into lower back, lengthening your lower ribs away from sacrum. Exhale as you fall. Inhale, release. Pushing the floor away, breathe in as you come up and change the cross of your legs. First pose is half lotus. Your right foot is onto your left thigh by your hip joint if you can. Your right hand reaches around the back, all the way around. You either have the hands onto the floor or bring it into your waistband or taking hold of your right foot with right hand if you can, or taking hold of clothing. Inhale, stretch your left arm is up. And as you breathe out, left arm comes across your right thigh. Deep breath, lengthening low ribs up away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, spiraling towards the right. Try to align your chin with your chest so you're not stretching through your neck. And then relax your belly. And then breathe in. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, spiraling towards the right. Shoulders are down. On the next breath, lift your sternum. Lift your collarbones. Keep feeling this length. And exhale, spiraling around, maintaining that length. And release. Shoelace, so you're easing your left foot forward slightly and you're reaching your right foot. So right foot is just above your knee. You reach out with your heels. Shoelace, twist towards your right foot. So left hand by hip. Reach the hand 12 inches away. Press into right sit bones, breathe in, stretching. Your right arm is up. And as you breathe out, the right arm is coming down. The right foot presses against your right arm. Press back into your right sit bone and then lengthen your side ribs away from hip. And as you breathe out, you're moving your chest towards your right foot. Deep breath, inhale. And as you breathe out, you're folding towards the foot. Soften the shoulders down. One more breath here. Deep breath. And exhale, allowing your body to fold towards your right foot. Inhale, release. Pushing the floor away, breathe in as you come up. Twisting shoelace towards your right thigh. Right arm is by the hip, reach the hand about 12, 15 inches away from that hip. Pressing down into left sit bones, breathe in, left arm is reaching up. And as you breathe out, the arm comes down, so the arm presses against your right thigh. Now breathe and lengthen your side ribs, right side ribs away from right hip. And as you breathe out, you're folding over your right thigh. Feet still active. Now breathe and keep feeling your belly, moving belly away from pelvis. And exhale as you fold. Connect with your area. Breathe there. Deep breath. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, release. Pushing the floor away. Breathe in as you come up. Forward bend in shoelace. Hands are forward of your shins. Sit bones presses down and breathe in. Breathe into lower back, lengthening away from your lower back. And as you breathe out, you're folding over your right thigh. As you breathe, lift your belly, lift your diaphragm, lift your chest. And exhale as you fold. One more breath there, breathing into where you feel this most. Deep breath. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, release, pushing the floor away, breathe in as you come all the way back up. Starting your abdominal sequence today, starting with elbow to knee. Elbow to knee, we'll do so many breaths in elbow to knee, and then we'll switch to a elbow to knee with sit bone squeeze. Just demonstrate your sit bone squeeze on this one. So when you lie down on your back, hands are clasped behind your head and neck. So when you're coming into your sit bone squeeze, you're bringing your finger onto your sit bone and you're squeezing your sit bone towards your tailbone as you lengthen that leg forward, belly's in at the end of the exhale. Inhale back to center, hands behind your head, lower your head and shoulders to the floor. So that's where you're going in when we come onto the sit bone squeeze in that pose. Lie down on your back. You can keep your feet on the floor or lift your feet away from the floor. Knees are bent, knees aligned with hips. Heels are just below the knees and toes bent towards the shins. That's your hands behind your head and neck. Inhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up away from the floor. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach both elbows to left knee. Straighten right leg. Right leg, it reaches out about 45 degrees angle. Relax your right hip. Send your right thigh forward away from waist. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath. Press your lower back to floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach both elbows to right knee, straighten left leg. Reach your right elbow up, the shoulder blades are off the floor. Relax your left hip, then ease your left thigh forward away from waist. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, press your lower back to floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach both elbows to your left knee. Straighten your right leg. Right leg, it reaches out about 45 degrees angle. Relax your right hip. Send your right leg forward away from waist. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, press your lower back to floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach your elbows to right knee. Reach your left leg forward about 45 degrees angle. Now relax your left hip. Send your left thigh forward away from waist. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, press your lower back down. Exhale, curl tailbone up, both elbows to left knee. Now reach. You're reaching your right leg forward. Toes are active. You're reaching out with the ball of your foot. Now pull lower belly down to floor. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, press your lower back to floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach both elbows to right knee. Straighten left leg. At left leg, it reaches out about 45 degrees. Feel the inner leg working as you stretch your left leg forward. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath. Lower back presses down. Keep shoulders away from the floor. Sit bone squeeze. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Both elbows to left knee. Straighten your right leg. Bring your first two fingers onto your right sit bone. Curl tailbones up. Squeeze your sit bone to tailbone as you stretch your right leg forward. Reach your elbow up, left elbow up. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hands behind your head. Hold the breath and press your lower back down. You exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach both elbows to right knee, straighten left leg. Left leg reaches out at 45 degrees. Bring your hands onto your left sit bone. Squeeze your left sit bone to tailbone. Send your left leg forward. Reach your right elbow up. Pull belly in. As your belly pulls in, press your lower back to the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Hands behind your head. Hold the breath and press your lower back to the floor. Knees are bent. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach both elbows to your left knee. Straighten right leg. Right hand onto right sit bone. Curl tailbone up. Send your right thigh forward. Squeeze sit bone to tailbone. Pull belly in. Now press your lower back to floor. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hands behind your head. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up, reaching both elbows to your right knee. Straighten left leg. Left arm onto left sit bone. Now curl tailbone up. Send your left leg forward. Squeeze your left sit bone to tailbone as you stretch your left leg forward. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees. Hold the breath. And exhale, release. Lower your head and shoulders to the floor and place the soles of your feet down onto the floor. You will need your roll or your block for the next pose. Your next pose today is 3-part twisting abs with the roll. The roll is placed between your thighs. Your legs are reaching straight up towards the ceiling, and you're reaching out with the balls of your feet. You can do this pose with the feet onto the floor, or with your knees bent, or you can move to the wall so that the back of your heels are against the wall. All of those is if your back is tweaking. Clasp your hands behind your head and neck. Feet off the floor, you're reaching your legs straight up, or the feet are on the floor if you're using this to support your back. Inhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up away from the floor. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbones up. Reach your legs straight up, both elbows to left knee. And squeeze the roll, stretching your legs up towards the ceiling. Pull belly in. Inhale, bring your head back to center. Hold the breath. Your lower back presses down, but keep head and shoulder blades up. Exhale, curl tailbones up. Reach your legs straight up, both elbows to right knee. Squeeze the roll, and then stretching your legs. Feel unlocking the hips as you reach your legs to the ceiling. Pull belly in. Inhale, bring your head back to center. Hold the breath. Keep head and shoulder blades up, but press your lower back down. Now exhale, curl tailbones up. Reach your legs straight up. Lift your head, lift your chest. Reach your elbows up to the sky. Squeeze the roll. Squeeze sit bones to tailbone. Stretch your legs up as you reach your elbows up to sky. Pull belly in. Inhale, lower your head about an inch. Hold the breath. As you exhale, curl tailbones up. Reach your legs straight up, both elbows to left knee. Squeeze the roll. Stretching your legs to the sky. Reach your left elbow up.
shoulder blades off the floor. Now pull belly in. Inhale, bring your head back to center. Hold the breath and press your lower back to floor. Exhale, curl elbows up, reach your legs straight up, both elbows to your right knee. Right elbow reaches up, the shoulder blades are off the floor. Squeeze the roll. Send your legs up towards the ceiling. Pull belly down to floor. Inhale, bring your head back to center. Hold the breath, you're pressing your lower back to floor. Exhale, curl elbows up, reach your legs straight up. Lift your chest, reach your elbows up, feel for unlocking the shoulders. Squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bone to tailbone. As you stretch your legs up, reach your elbows up and pull belly in. Inhale, lower your head, lower the shoulders to floor. Bend the knees and place the soles of your feet down onto the floor. Give yourself a moment just to notice how your body feels and breathe into your spot. Noticing the energy that is coming up for you. Taking one more breath into your spot, deep breath. And then release. You need your roll for your roll or your block. Your next pose is gate opener. So the block is placed between your thighs, your legs are reaching up towards the ceiling, and your hands are clasped behind your head and your neck. So from here, you breathe into lower back, breathe in deeply. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, and reach your legs straight up. Exhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up away from the floor. Now squeeze the roll again. As you reach your legs straight up, pull belly in. Inhale, bring your left hand onto the roll and straddle the legs to the side. And as you exhale, curl tailbones up, send your legs down. Press your hands down onto the roll, pull belly in. Inhale, legs together, hands behind your head. Lower your head and shoulders to the floor. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, and reach your legs straight up. Exhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up away from the floor. Squeeze the roll again, stretching your legs to the sky. Pull belly in. Inhale, right hand is onto the roll, straddle the leg. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your hands down onto the roll. Stretch your legs out towards the side. Pull belly in. Inhale, legs together, hands behind your head. Lower your head and shoulders to the floor. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, reach your legs straight up. Exhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up away from the floor. Squeeze the roll again. As you reach your legs to the sky, pull belly in. Inhale, left hand is onto the roll to straddle the legs. And as you exhale, curl tailbone up. Stretching your legs to the side. Pull lower belly in. Inhale, legs together, hands behind your head. Lower your head and shoulders to the floor. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, and reach your legs up. This time, reach out with your heels and flex the toes to shins. Exhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up. Squeeze the roll again. Now stretch. Feel as if you're moving your thighs away from the hip flexors. Pull belly in. Inhale, right hand is onto the roll. Straddle the legs. You're reaching out with your heels. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, stretching your legs to the side. Pull belly in. Lift your chest. Reach your left elbow up. Belly pulls in. Inhale, legs together. Hands behind your head. Lower your head and shoulders to the floor. Exhale, release. Bend the knees and place the soles of your feet down onto the floor. Your next pose today is bridge. So you'll need your block for bridge. You lie down on your back. You've got hold of your block, and the block is placed within easy touching distance. Reach down with your fingertips and brush the heels. And then relax. Brush your heels and then line up your heels with your sit bones or heels a hip distance apart. Arms are relaxed by your side and shoulders are down away from your ears. Today in bridge, you'll be doing a supported bridge. You'll also be working with your reaching one leg up. When the foot comes back down, you will bring it back into half Virasana. So you're bringing the foot back in this way. So your knee will be reaching towards the floor. You will be on the block in this way. So, and when you do that, your other foot will reach up towards the sky. So go with where you can today. If raising the legs up does not work for you, then just stay in bridge for as long as you can. Lock is by touching distance. Reach down, brush your heels. Arms relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Now breathing deeply, expanding the ribs and moving your chest towards your chin. Press your feet to floor, and as you exhale, tilt pelvis, lifting pelvis up away from the floor. Breathe into belly, feel for moving belly away from pelvis. Press your feet to floor, exhale, lift up. Feel as if you're lengthening ankles away from your heels. Breathe into lower back, lengthen lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, keep moving chest towards your chin. You can grab hold of your block. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, tilt pelvis, lift up and place a block under your sacrum. You might need to come onto the toes to do this. Keep the block under the sacrum and away from your spinal column. Ease your right foot back towards your right sit bone. Press down into your right foot. Breathe in, lift your left foot off the floor. Draw your left knee towards your chest. And as you breathe out, reach your left foot right up towards the sky. Reach out with the balls of your foot, toes are spreading. Breathing into your left hip, deep breath. Feel for easing left thigh away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, straightening that left leg straight up towards the sky. One more breath, deep breath. Keep feeling your traction in your left thigh away from your left hip. And as you breathe out, send that left leg up a little bit more. On the next breath, bend your left knee, draw the left knee towards your chest, grab hold of your ankle or your foot with your left hand. And as you exhale, draw your left foot back towards your left sit bone, reaching your left knee towards the floor for half Virasana. Then you've anchored into your left, the top of your left foot, and breathe in, lift your right leg up, draw the knee to chest. And as you breathe out, you're reaching your right leg up towards the sky. If half Virasana does not work for you, keep your left foot flat to the floor. Breathing into your right hip, deep breath. And as you breathe out, stretching that right leg up towards the sky. As you breathe, feel for easing your right thigh away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, sending that right leg up. Keep reaching your left knee to the floor if you're in half Virasana. From here, flatten your left foot to the floor. And then bend your right knee and place your right foot back to the floor. Then breathe in. Once your left foot is flat to the floor, lift your right leg up, reach your leg right up to the sky. Deep breath, breathing into right hip. And as you breathe out, stretch that leg up a little bit more. Bend your right knee, draw the right knee towards the chest. Take hold of your foot or ankle with your right hand. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, drawing your right foot back towards your right sit bone, your right knee is reaching to the floor. From here, as you've anchored into the top of your right foot, lift your left leg up, knee to chest. And as you breathe out, you're reaching your left leg out and up to sky. Deep breath, inhale. And as you breathe out, reaching your right knee closer to the floor, your left leg reaches up to sky. One more breath, deep breath. And exhale, release. Place your foot back to the floor and release your right foot, both feet to the floor. Breathe in deeply. Feel for lengthening your lower ribs away from the block. Press your feet to floor. Exhale, tilt pelvis, lift the pelvis up away from the block. Move the block. Breathe in. And exhale, tilt pelvis, lower upper back to floor. Tilt pelvis, lower mid back to floor. Tilt pelvis as you lower all the way down to floor. Keeping the tilt from your back. Your next pose, another abdominal pose for you. Just to open you up a little bit more. And this is, today is twisted root. Your twisted root, you'll be crossing your left leg over your right. So you can't do this pose. Cross your left leg over the right. And if you can make the second cross, your left ankle onto the right calf. So that's where you're going. And do this with your feet to the floor, feet to the wall, or your feet are just running free. Hands clasped behind your head and neck. So from here, press your lower back to floor. Inhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up away from the floor. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach your knees straight up. Squeeze your inner thighs and squeeze sit bone to tailbone. Pull belly in. Inhale, lower pelvis, but keep head and shoulder blades up. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Now send your knees straight up. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze sit bone to tailbone. Pull belly in. Inhale, release. Lower your head and shoulders to floor. Release your hands. Clasp your hands on the midpoint of your left thigh. Keeping head and shoulders to floor. Breathe into lower back and spread the breath through the lower back. Exhale, curl tailbone up and press hands against the thighs. Thighs against hands. Squeeze thighs. Squeeze sit bone to tailbone. Pull belly in. Inhale, release. Change the cross of your legs. Right is over left. You can make the second cross, make the second cross. Hands are clasped behind your head and neck. Gain feet on the floor, feet on the wall, or feet are free. Lower back presses down. Inhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up away from floor. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up and reach your knee straight up. Squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bone, pull belly in. Inhale, lower pelvis, but keep head and shoulder blades up. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up and reach your knees straight up. Squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bone, pull belly down. Inhale, release. Lower your head and shoulders to the floor. Release the hands. Clasp your hands on the midpoint of your right thigh. Feet can be on the floor, the wall, or in the air. Now breathe into lower back, spreading ribs to floor. Keep head and shoulders down. Exhale, tilt pelvis. Press your hands against the thighs, eyes against the hands. Pull belly all the way down to floor and press your lower back down. Keep feeling your lengthening belly away from pelvis. Let your shoulders be soft away from your ears. And then release. This is a nice pose to experiment. So I find that when I have my feet against the wall, it just gives me more extension into my lower back. So when you're doing this pose, experiment with what works best for you. Feet on the floor, feet on the wall, or feet in the air. Just opens up your lower back a little bit. And then release. Change. Roll to your side, pushing the floor away, and come up or onto knees for bird wing. Your knees need a tweaky, then pad your knees so you'll feel protected for those today. So bring your hands, your elbows are tucked in into the side of your body. So inhale, draw your hands together. Exhale, lift the chest and open up. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then release. Next pose today is turbo dog. So the hands are reaching forward. Fingers are spreading. Your elbows are slightly tucked in. Everything's lining up with the shoulders and hands. From here, if you're not so confident in the pose, your elbows will be about between 1 to 3 inches away from the floor. When you do this pose, if you don't want to put the weight onto the shoulders, you breathe in, spreading the upper back. You exhale, pull your belly in and reach back, pushing the floor away, squeezing the elbows in. The knees are still on the floor in this. You're going further, stay here and then breathe. Deep breath, spreading the ribs, the upper back. Curl your toes under. Exhale, push the floor away with your hands, lift the knees off the floor. Keep the knees bent initially. And then breathe into upper back. Broaden the upper back with your breath. And as you breathe out, push the floor away, moving chest to thighs and knees. Squeeze your elbows in, out. Your forearm, your humerus bone reaches the floor. You can go further, straighten the legs. And then breathe in. Feel your opening your armpits out towards the side. Now exhale as you reach back, squeeze your elbows in, feel for reaching your forearms to the floor. They don't touch. Last breath here, soften your chest and breathe there, deep breath. And as you exhale, as you reach back, squeeze your elbows in, you're reaching your elbows to the floor, but they don't touch. And then release, bend the knees, come all the way down to the floor. You can take a breath in embryo. So your next pose today is dolphin, and we'll do dolphin. So everyone does dolphin, and then we'll do dolphin one leg up. If you want to work towards dolphin dorsal fin, then that option is there for you. I'll show you dorsal fin in this. So I'll work through the poses in this way. In your poses, you're bringing your hands onto your biceps to measure your distance. Your elbows are down onto the floor, and you're reaching the hands forward. You can clasp your hands in this pose, unless you're doing dorsal fin. The neck and shoulders relax. You breathe into upper back. You lift. You spread the back. You curl your toes under. Exhale. You lift your knees off the floor and reaching back, moving your chest back to thighs and knees. So you come into dolphin, you stay in dolphin. We stay in dolphin for about 4 breaths. Then, if you're going further, you're anchoring into your right leg, lifting your left leg up, 3 breaths on each side. So everyone is coming into dolphin now. If you're not there, stay, come into dolphin, and then breathe in. Exhale, reach back. Chest is to thighs and knees. Knees are off the floor. As you breathe in, expand your ribs. Feel these opening out as if they're opening to armpit. And as you breathe out, reaching back. One more breath, deep breath. Breathe into the front of your heart. Pull your belly in, exhale, reach back. Feel the back of your thighs, the back of the calves reaches to the back wall. If you're working in dorsal fin, step your right foot forward about 2 to 3 inches. Bend your left knee and lift your left foot off the floor and reach it back. You're not working in dorsal fin and you want to work with one leg up, anchor into right leg, breathe in, lift your left leg up, and as you exhale, reach it back. If you're in dorsal fin, then your left leg is to the sky, bend the left knee, draw it towards the glutes. Lift your right arm up, reach it back, take hold of the ankle or the foot. Everyone breathe into that left hip. And as you breathe out, you're reaching your left leg back. If you're in dorsal fin, you're doing the same. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, reach that left leg back away from you. Moving the thigh away from you. One more deep breath. And exhale, keep sending that left leg back. If you're in dorsal fin, release the foot, place the foot onto the floor. You're not in dorsal fin, place your foot onto the floor if it's not. And then everyone anchor into your left leg. Breathe in, lift your right leg up. And as you breathe out, reach it back. If you're in dorsal fin, you're bending your left knee. If you're not, just keep sending bending your right knee, send that right leg back. If you're in dorsal fin, lift your left arm up, reach it back, take hold of your right foot or ankle, and then breathe in everyone. And as you breathe out, you're sending your right thigh back away from you. Keep the neck relaxed. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, keep sending that right thigh away from you. Last breath in this. Deep breath. And exhale, reach your right leg back. If you're in dorsal fin, release the foot. Lengthen the leg away from you to place the foot to the floor. You're not in dorsal fin, lengthen the leg as you bring your right foot down. And everyone breathe in deeply. And exhale, release. Bend the knees, come all the way to the floor, and take a breath in embryo. And then push the floor away. Then bring your hands onto the shoulders, push the floor away, and then come all the way up to stand. Stand at the front of your mat, setting you up for your salutations. So stand with your feet together. Pressing down into your heels, and then spread the whole of your foot onto the floor. Lift the toes, spread the balls of your feet. As you exhale, hands together at your chest. Your feet press into the floor. As you breathe in, reach your arms out and up towards the sky. Telescoping the ribs as you stretch up. Exhale, fold forward, bellies in, hands to the floor. Lunge, breathe in, step your left leg back, bend your left knee to the floor. Pad the knee if you need. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down and step your right leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Now bend the knees, exhale, lower down, keep the elbows tucked in. All the way down, lengthen your legs back, hands forward, low cobra. As you breathe in, you're moving your chest and ribs forward whilst lengthening your legs back. And as you exhale, release, lower down, hands under the shoulders, inhale, toes under. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Lunge, breathe in, step your left foot forward between the hands. Place your right knee to the floor. Have the knee if you need. Pushing the floor away as you reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands down. Step your right leg forward for forward bend. Inhale, stand, lengthening through the spine as you reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands together, action. Chair pose, knees are bent. And as you breathe in, you're sweeping your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, bellies in. Keep the neck relaxed. Now breathe in, move your chest forward away from your thighs and knees. And as you breathe out, step or hop it back into plank. Bend the knees and lower down, or keep the elbows tucked in as you lower down. Cobra, inhale, moving chest and ribs forward, lengthen legs back. Exhale, release, lower down, press back, downward dog. Warrior one, inhale, step your left foot forward by your left hand, easing right foot towards the right edge of the mat. Push the floor away as you reach your arms out and up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down, step your left leg back for plank. Reach back into heels, and as you breathe out, lower down. Elbows are in. Cobra, inhale. Move chest and ribs forward, lengthen legs back. Exhale, release. Lower down, press back, downward dog. Warrior one, breathe in, step right foot forward by the right hand. Left foot towards the left edge of the mat. Pushing the foot away as you reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands down. Step your right leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Exhale, lower down, keep elbows in. Cobra, inhale. Move chest and ribs forward. Shoulders down. Exhale, release. Lower down, press back. Downward facing dog. On the next step, bend the knees, and as you inhale, hop your legs between the hands. And as you exhale, fold forward, bellies in. Chair pose, breathe in, bend the knees, stretch your arms up, but soften the shoulders. Exhale, stand, hands together, action. Press your feet to floor, inhale, arms up, telescoping ribs. Exhale, fold forward, bellies in. Lunge, breathe in, step your right leg back, bend your right knee. You're sweeping your arms out and up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down, step your left leg back for plank. Reach it back into heels. From here, either lower straight down or bend the knees and lower down. Keep the elbows in. Low cobra, hands forward. Lengthen your legs back and then breathe in, move chest and ribs forward. Exhale, release, lower down, press it back, downward facing dog, hands under the shoulders. Lunge, inhale, step, right leg forward between the hands, left knees to the floor. Press into your left shin as you reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down, left leg steps forward, forward bend. Inhale, stand, lengthening through the spine as you reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands together at chest. Chair pose, bend the knees, and as you breathe in, you're sweeping your arms out and up. Let your shoulders soften. Exhale, forward bend, straighten the legs, hands to the floor. Inhale, scoot chest forward away from thighs and knees. And as you exhale, step or hop it back into plank. Lower down, keep the elbows tucked in. Inhale, cobra. Move chest and ribs forward as you lengthen legs back. Exhale, release. Lower down and press it back, downward dog. Warrior one, breathe in, step. Left foot forward by the left hand. Easing, right foot towards the right edge of the mat. You push the floor away as you reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step your left leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Exhale, lower down, keep elbows in. Cobra, inhale. Move chest and ribs forward, lengthen legs back. Exhale, release, lower down, press back, downward dog. Warrior one, inhale, right leg steps forward by the right hand. Left foot towards the left edge of the mat. You push the floor away as you reach your arms to sky. Exhale, hands down, step your right leg back for plank. Reach back into heels, lower down on exhale. Cobra, inhale. Move chest and ribs forward as you lengthen legs back. Exhale, release. Lower down, press back, downward dog. From here, as you breathe in, bend the knees, hop your legs between the hands. And exhale, fold forward, bellies in. Chair pose, breathe in, bend the knees, your arms are reaching out, spread the fingers. And exhale, stand, hands together at chest. Inhale, arms up, telescoping ribs. Exhale, fold forward, bellies in. Lunge, inhale, step your left leg back, bend your left knee. You're sweeping your arms out and up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down. Step your right leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Exhale, lower down, keep the elbows in. Cobra, inhale, move chest and wrist forward, lengthen legs back. Exhale, release, lower down, press it back, downward dog. Lunge, breathe in, step in, your left leg forward between the hands. Right knees to the floor, your arms are reaching to sky. Exhale, hands down. Step your right leg forward for forward, right legs forward for forward bend. Inhale, stand, lengthening through the spine as you reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands together at chest. Inhale, arms up, telescoping ribs. Exhale, fold forward, belly in. Lunge, breathe in, step your right leg back, bend your right knee, and sweep your arms out and up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down. Step your left leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Lower down on exhale. Keep the elbows tucked in. Upward facing dog. Inhale, move chest and ribs forward. Lengthen your legs back, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, release. Lower down and press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg steps forward between the hands. Left knees to the floor, and your arms are reaching out and up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down, step, left foot forward, forward bend. Inhale, stand, lengthening through the spine as you reach your arms to sky. Exhale, hands together at your chest. Tailbone is tucking down and belly is pulling in. And then release. Once take a drink now. We're moving through your vinyasas, your vignettes now. So we'll be having a block close by for the next sequence of poses. So stand at the front of your mat, feet together or feet slightly apart. Chair pose, bend the knees, and as you breathe in, you're sweeping your arms out and up. Spread the fingers. Exhale, fold forward, bellies in. As you breathe in, scoop chest forward away from thighs and knees. Exhale, step or hop it back into plank. Lower down, keep the elbows tucked in. Cobra, inhale, move chest and ribs forward, lengthen legs back. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Lunge, inhale, step your left foot forward between the hands. Keep your right knee off the floor. The back toes are curled under of your right foot. Your hands are onto your left thigh, traction your left thigh forward. Bend that right knee slightly so your knee is hovering over the floor. If you're going further, so you're tractioning your left thigh forward. If you're going further, reach your arms out and up towards the sky. Feel for pressing down into that right shin and then lengthen. Feel as if you're lengthening the ankles away from the heels. Feel this moving right up as you lengthen your lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you press your left foot to the floor, lift your chest. Left foot presses down, breathe in, lift your belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, go in a little deeper, reaching back into that right heel. One more breath, deep breath, keep stretching, push the floor away with your left leg as you stretch up. And exhale, release. Hands to the floor, place your right knee to the floor. Is your right foot back slightly, is your left foot back slightly, you have a right angle front leg, you have a right angle back leg. Twisting lunge. Left hand is onto left thigh. Inhale, stretch your right arms up. And as you breathe out, bring your right elbow over your left thigh knee. Make a fist or hands into prayer position. As you breathe in, lengthen the ribs on your right side. And as you breathe out, press your left foot to the floor, twist to the left. As you breathe in, feel for moving your belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, soften your right shoulder away from your right hip. On the next breath, spread the breath through the whole of your back. And as you breathe out, glide your left shoulder down. Inhale, release. Bring your hands down either side of your front foot. Pigeon. Your left foot eases towards the right edge of the mat. And you're straightening your right leg. Right leg reaches straight back. Try to align so your hips are facing frontwards unless your knees are tweaky, in which case you're sitting onto your left sit bone and tucking your left foot in. You can parallel the hips facing forward, and that's where you're aiming for today. As you breathe in, lengthen your belly away from pelvis. Pull your belly in. Exhale as you fold forward over your left shin. Keep stretching, keep lengthening. So breathe into lower back. And as you breathe out, belly's in as you fold forward. Reach back into your right big toe. Both feet are active. Now feel this into your spot. Breathe there. Deep breath. And as you exhale, allow your body to mount. One more breath. Deep breath. Exhaling, letting go completely into pose. Inhale, release. Walk your hands back under the shoulders. Curl the toes under of your right foot. Reach back into your right heel. Knees off the floor. Step your left leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Lower down on exhale. Keep elbows tucked in. No cobra. Inhale. Move chest and ribs forward whilst lengthening the legs back. Exhale, release. Lower down. Hands under the shoulders. Press back. Downward facing dog. Feel for pushing floor away in your downward dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward between the hands for lunge. Keep the left knee away from the floor and reach back into that left foot. The toes are curled under of the left foot. Bring your hands onto your right thigh, traction your right thigh forward, or you're reaching your arms out and up towards the sky. Bend that left knee, but the knee does not touch the floor, it's hovering. As you breathe in, keep pressing, lengthening out of your left leg. And as you breathe out, go in a little deeper. Deep breath, inhale. And as you breathe out, you're reaching back into that left leg. Reach back into that left heel. That heel is straight up. Last breath. Press your right foot to floor. Lift your belly, lift your diaphragm, lift your chest. And as you exhale, as you go a little deeper, reach back into that left heel. Release. Hands into the floor. Place your left knee down. Use your right foot back slightly, creating right angle front leg and back. Twisting lunge. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left elbow is over the right thigh knee. Make a fist facing your right hand on top. You can have hands into prayer. Press into your left shin and breathe in. Use this to give you traction as you lengthen away from your left hip. Press your right foot to the floor, twist away from your right leg. Neck is relaxed. Now breathe in and feel for moving your belly away from the top of your right thigh. And as you breathe out, glide your right shoulder away from your right hip. Spread the breath through the whole of your back. Deep breath. And as you press into your left shin, glide both shoulders down. Inhale, release. Release the hands. Hands are down under the shoulders. Ease your pigeon is your next pose. So ease your right foot towards the left edge of the mat. And then straighten your left leg, reaching straight back. Hands are under the shoulders. Bearing down into pelvis, breathe in and lift, lengthen belly away from pelvis. Pull your belly in, exhale as you fold forward. That left foot is straight. Keep reaching it straight back and away from you. And breathe into where you feel this most. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, as your belly pulls in, feel for easing your right thigh forward. So both feet active. Breathing into lower back, lengthening lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, reach back into your left big toe. Let your shoulders be soft. Feel the different sensations as they arise for you right now. One more breath into your area. Exhale, release. Walk your hands back onto the shoulders. Curl the toes under of your left foot. Reach back into your left heel. Knees off the floor. Step your right leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Exhale, lower down. Keep elbows tucked in. Cobra, inhale. Move chest and ribs forward. You lengthen legs back. Shoulders down. Exhale, release. Lower down. Toes curled under. Press back. Downward facing dog. Feel the pushing floor away in your downward dog. Warrior one. Breathe in. Step your left foot forward by your left hand. Inch your right foot towards the right edge of the mat. Push the floor away as you rise up for warrior one. Bend your left knee. Pressing down into both legs as you breathe in. Keep lengthening the ribs out and up. And as you breathe out, going a little deeper. Twisting warrior. On the next breath, left hand is onto left thigh. Breathe in. Reach your right arm up. And as you breathe out, bring in your right elbow over your left thigh and knee. Fist or hands into prayer position. Now anchor into your right leg. And then breathe in. Feel that you're lengthening your ankle away from your foot. Feel the energy moving through the right side of your body. And then exhale, open out towards the left. Press your left foot down. Left foot presses the floor. And breathe into lower back. Lengthening lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, opening out towards the left. Neck relaxes. Last breath here. Deep breath. And exhale, you're opening to the left. If you can interlock, you're sliding your left arm around the back, tucking it under your belly, and the right arm is tucked under your left thigh. Bind the hands if you can. Otherwise, you may need a strap. You need the strap. The strap is run under your left thigh. Your left arm reaches around by your right hip, takes hold of the strap by your right hip. The right hand comes around, takes hold of the strap by your left hip. And then shorten the distance on the strap between the hands. If you don't have a strap and you're not making the bind, bring your left hand onto right hip, right hand onto left hip. Press back into your right leg and breathe in, lengthening the ribs away from that right hip. Press your left foot to the floor, twist to the left. Both shoulders away from it. Now find the softness in the pose. So don't force yourself through this. Breathe into where you feel the blockages. And as you breathe out, feel for opening out a little bit more. Be very aware of the narratives that's going on for you. So breathe into where you're feeling this deep breath. And as you breathe out, opening a little bit more. And then release. Bring your hands down onto the floor. Place your right knee to the floor. Your next pose today is twisting pigeon towards your foot. So your left foot comes towards the right edge of the mat. If you can, that left foot is at a right angle. You're sitting down onto your left sit bone and that right leg lengthens back. Now breathe in and lengthen. Feel as if you're lengthening away from your left thigh. And as you breathe out, you're twisting. Your sternum is coming towards your left foot. If you can, your left elbow is tucked into the arc of your left foot. And your right hand is on top. Breathe in, keep lengthening, moving belly forward away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, keep lengthening your left side ribs away from left hip. Keep reaching your right leg back. So breathe where you feel this most. Deep breath, lengthening, opening up with the breath. And let your shoulders soften on exhale. One more breath here, deep breath. Exhale, release. Hands are down onto the shoulders. Curl the toes under of your right foot. Reach back into your right heel, knees off the floor. Step your left leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. And as you breathe out, lower down, keep the elbows in. Cobra, inhale, move chest and reach forward, lengthen legs back, shoulders down, away from heels. Exhale, release. Lower down, hands under the shoulders, press it back, downward facing dog. Feel the pushing floor away in downward dog. Spread the fingers, spread the web of your hands. Warrior one, inhale, step your right foot forward by your right hand. Ease your left foot towards the left edge of the mat. Pushing the floor away as you rise up for warrior one. Bending that right knee. Twisting warrior, inhale. Reach your left arm out, right hand is onto the right thigh. Exhale, right elbow is over your right thigh. Left elbow over right thigh. Make a fist or hands into prayer position. Now traction. You've anchored into your left leg. Breathe in and lengthen side ribs away from left hip. Press your right foot to the floor. Twist to the right. Now feel this right down from pelvic bowl. Relax your belly and then breathe in. You're moving belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, as you twist to the right, glide your right sit bone back. Spread the breath through the whole of your back. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, glide your right shoulder away from here. Interlock is the next pose. So if you can, slide your left arm under your right thigh. Right arm is around the back. Bind the hands under the thigh. If that's not accessible for you today and you have a strap, then use the strap. The strap is run under your right thigh. The right arm reaches around the back by your left hip, grab hold of the strap. Your left hand comes around, takes hold of the strap by your right hip. If you don't have a strap, your left hand is right hip, right hand is on the right hip. Right hand is on left hip. And then breathe in. And as you breathe out, twist to the right, both shoulders down. Deep breath, lifting, moving belly away from pelvis. Feel for reaching back into your left leg as you twist to the right. That right foot is anchored. Last breath here, deep breath. And exhale, relax shoulders down and relax your neck. Inhale, release. Face your left knee to the floor. Pigeon with your twisting pigeon. So it's twisting towards the foot. Your hands are under the shoulders. Ease your right foot towards the left edge of the mat. Reach your left leg straight back. Now aiming to have your right foot at a right angle, if you can. And sitting down onto your right sit bones, breathe in, lengthen away from your right hip. And then as you exhale, you move in your sternum towards the foot. If you can go further, your right elbow is tucked into the arc of your right foot. Your left arm is on top. Then breathe in, feel you're moving belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, as you twist to the left, soften your right shoulder down. Now feel this, you're lengthening, on the breath, you're lengthening your lower ribs away from your sacrum. And as you can exhale, you're twisting towards the left. Last breath, keep lengthening belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, as you twist to the left, relax both shoulders down. Inhale, release. Your next pose is to step back into onto your knees. Your next pose is dolphin, or just we'll do downward dog against the wall in natural back. The downward facing dog against the wall. Today, if you can, aiming to do downward facing dog against the wall with splits. So I'll come up here, I'll demonstrate the pose, and I'll come down and I'll talk you through. So coming into the pose, your sit bones, your back is up against the wall. Where your feet, heels are, is where your hands will start. If you're coming into splits, you're bringing your heels, the hands slightly closer to the wall. This will help to give you more balance. So you're coming up here. Also, it gives you more of a challenge as well. So you're coming into downward facing dog, hands onto the floor, feet onto the floor. You step 1 foot onto the wall, about 3 feet from the floor, the other foot steps up. Stay here, you reach one leg up. If you can see the foot that's on the wall and moving away from the wall. And now on the ball of the foot, actually, I'm only balancing on my right big toe. Keep moving away from the wall. Your chest will move to the wall and your left leg is reaching over your ear. So that's where you're going if you're aiming for splits. You also aim for balance, almost like coming into a handstand. Okay, so that's where you're going. Only do that if you feel really confident with that. Otherwise, your pose is downward dog, both feet onto the floor, or downward dog, reaching one leg up, or both feet onto the walls, just keeping the feet onto the wall. So choose your position. Now, if downward dog wasn't working for you today, then you can do shower instead. So you can have here, hands forward, and then reaching back, squeezing your elbows in shower. This helps to lengthen through the spine, wrapping the shoulders. It's your alternative pose. Come into downward facing dog if you're not already. Step 1 foot onto the wall. Step both feet onto the wall if that's where you're going. Anchor into your left leg. Breathe in. Reach your right leg up. Stretch it to the sky. If you're going further, reach your right foot over your ear so you're coming into like splits. Breathe in. Now push the floor away on the exhale. Chest moves to the wall. And then breathe in, spreading the ribs, the upper back. And as you exhale, reach. Keep sending that right leg up. Reach your back and over your head. Last breath here. Deep breath. Exhale, release. Place that foot onto the wall and switch. And breathe in. Deep breath. And exhale, pushing the floor away, moving chest to the wall. As you breathe, keep stretching that leg straight up, the straight leg that's in the sky. And as you breathe out, reach back, chest to the wall. Last breath, deep breath. And release. Step into downward facing dog on the floor, on your mat. And then from downward facing dog, inhale. Step your left leg forward between the hands for warrior 1. Keep both hands to the floor. And then we'll do extended twisting warrior. So bring your right hand down on the outside of your left foot. If you have a block, you might have your right hand onto the block. If having it beyond the foot is stronger than you want it to be, have it by the foot or on the inside. Bend that front knee and reach your left arm out and up towards the sky. Press back into your right leg, breathe in, lengthen to the right side of the body. And as you breathe out, push the floor away as you stretch your right arm, left arm to sky. As you breathe in, press your left foot to the floor, and then feel as if you're lengthening belly away from your pelvis. And as you breathe out, you're reaching your right arm, left arm up to sky. Last breath, deep breath. And as you breathe out, open it out towards the left. Then release. Hands down either side of your front foot. Readjust your front foot. So line up your front heel with the arc of the back foot. Straighten the front leg, set up a triangle. So your next pose is twisting triangle. From here, if you press into your left leg, reach your left arm forward. And as your left arm comes down onto the, left arm comes onto your left thigh, right arm comes down on the outside of your left foot. Then from here, straighten your left leg and reach your left arm up to sky. If that's more further than you want it to go, then bring your right hand higher up onto your calf or hands onto a block. And then breathe in deeply, lengthening away from your right leg. And as you breathe out, pushing the floor away as you reach your left arm to sky. Keep lengthening away the side ribs away from left hip. And as you breathe out, as you reach back into your right leg, that left arm is reaching straight up. One more breath here, deep breath. And exhale, release. From here, bring your hands down so the hands are either side of your left foot. Then ease your right foot forward slightly and step forward. Sorry, don't step forward, vertical split. So you're reaching your right foot straight up towards the sky. Vertical splits. Deep breath, inhale. Press your left foot to the floor. And as you breathe out, push the floor away with your hands as you reach your right leg to the sky. Deep breath, inhale, keep lengthening belly away from the top of your left thigh. And as you breathe out, coming deeper, walk the hands closer towards your standing foot, your left foot. One more breath, deep breath. And exhale, release. Hands to the floor. Step your right leg back. And then step your left leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Exhale, lower down to about 2 inches from the floor. And then breathe into upward facing dog. Moving chest and ribs forward. Lengthen legs back. Feel ankles and calves as if they're squeezing towards each other. Shoulders are down. Exhale, release. Press it back into downward facing dog. Feel pushing floor away in downward dog. Inhale, step your right leg forward between the hands for extended twisting warrior. Your left hand is down on the outside of your right foot. That hand can be on a block. Your right arm is onto your hips and then reaching your right arm to the sky. Bend your left, you bend your right knee. Press back into your left leg as you breathe in, lengthen, gliding the ribs forward on the left side. Press your right foot to the floor, open up towards the right. Fingertips reach the sky. Neck relaxes. Now press your right foot to the floor, and as you breathe in, feel you're moving belly forward away from pelvis. Reach your left arm down as you stretch your right arm up on the exhale. Check into what you're feeling right now. Deep breath. Breathe into it. And exhale, release. Hands are down either side of your front foot. You might need to readjust your feet for your next pose, which is twisting triangle. Straighten your right leg. Reach your left arm is up. And as you breathe out, the left arm is coming down on the outside of your right foot. You can have that left hand onto a block. So the hands may be on the floor, the ankle, the shin, or a block. Your right arm is reaching up towards the sky. So press back into your left leg. And as you breathe in, lengthening the ribs away from that left hip. Press your right foot to the floor. And then ease your right side ribs away from right hip. Now breathe in, feel this. You're moving belly away from pelvis. Reach your left arm down, stretch your Right arm up on the exhale. One more breath in, deep breath. And exhale, release. Bring your hands down either side of your front foot, setting up for vertical splits. You're standing strongly into your right leg, ease your left foot forward, and then push the floor away as you reach your left leg up towards the sky for vertical splits. The back of your neck is relaxed, your forehead is looking towards your right shin. Now breathe in and lengthen belly away from the top of your right thigh. And as you breathe out, push the floor away, moving chest closer towards your standing leg. That left leg is reaching to sky. One more breath in, deep breath. And exhale, release. Step your left foot back, and then step your right leg back, coming down into forwards. So from here, you're onto your knees. Your next pose is, if you want to give it a go, it's handstand. You have a wall, you can give handstand a go against the wall. If you're not ready to give handstand a go against the wall, I'll talk you through the handstand first, and then I'll give you an option. So if you're coming into your handstand, you're starting about 12 inches or so away from the wall. Your hands are down under the shoulders. If you don't want to do handstand, you can also do downward facing dog, feet up again. So handstand here, your fingers are spreading, heel of the hands are spreading, the roots of the hands are spread to the floor. From here, your neck is relaxed, and you're moving your chest towards your feet. You feel the sensation. You really pull your belly in and up when you're coming into this pose. I'm stepping my right foot forward. I'm lifting left leg up. So this might be one of your options in the pose. Just working here, working here, working. So that might be one of your options. Not coming all the way up, just trying to get the sensation of balancing. So if you're doing that, do 4 breaths, 4 attempts on one side, and do the same on the other side. You're coming into the handstand. Hands are down, spread the fingers, and you breathe in, you're sucking, feel as if you're sucking your belly away from pelvis up into heart. And then you're lifting away. I'm pressing my left foot to the floor, lifting right leg up, and you're floating up. You're up, you place a foot onto the wall, and then keep reaching away from you, pushing the floor away. Wrapping the shoulders as you reach up. Belly is very active as you reach up. Belly's pulling in. Tailbone tucks towards your heels, and you reach out with the balls of your feet. And if you give it another go, so you're practicing coming up the alternative side. So don't come up on the same side all of the time. Practice that variation. So you're building strength, you're building balance on both sides. Pushing the floor away.
Okay, and then finishing. Good, good. Well done. Step back into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the floor. You might need your knee supported. Your next pose from downward facing dog is lunge H to the B. So inhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. Place your right knee to the floor, pad your right knee. H to B. Reach your right arm back, bend your right knee, take hold of the ankle or the foot. Your left knee is now bent, you're reaching the left leg forward. As you breathe in, you're lengthening up away from your lower back. And as you breathe out, draw your right heel as close towards the right glute as you can. Bending that front knee can go beyond your ankle. One of the few poses we do. And then breathe in, keep stretching, lengthening away from the top of the thigh. Feel this. And as you breathe out, as you go a little deeper, keep drawing your right heel towards your right glute. Deep breath, inhale. And as you breathe out, go in a little deeper if you can. One more breath in, deep breath. And then release. From here, your next pose is lounge lunge. Your right arm is coming forward about 10, 15 inches away from that shoulder. Straighten your left leg, and then the left foot is straighten your right leg is back onto the floor. Use your left hand to traction your left arm forward. And then breathe in, you're lengthening, stretching out of your right side. That back foot is straight. And as you breathe out, press your left foot to the floor, and you move your chest closer towards your left leg. As you anchor into your right leg, breathe in and feel the moving belly away from pelvis. Keep pressing your left foot to the floor and draw your chest closer towards your left leg. Breathe into lower back, lengthening lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you exhale, feel your right side ribs as they open up towards your right armpit. One more breath, deep breath. Press your left foot to the floor and then lengthen belly away from your left thigh. And as you breathe out, reach your right leg back. Draw chest closer towards that left leg. Inhale, release. Pigeon is your next pose. So, pigeon H to B. So your hands are, your left foot comes across towards the right edge of the mat. You're bending your right knee, taking hold of the ankle or the foot with one hand. You can stay here with the hands as center of the mat and just stay in the pose here. And as you breathe in, you lift your belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, if you're folding forward, you're drawing your right heel towards the right glute, and you fold forward all the way down to the floor. You're reaching your right thigh back. And then breathe in, lengthen away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, you're taking it a little deeper. Now feel this in your body, deep breath. And as you breathe out, keep sending that right thigh back. One more breath in, deep breath. And exhale, release. Release the back foot. Your hands are under the shoulders. Curl the toes under of your right foot. Step your reach back into your right heel. Lift the knee off the floor, and then step your left leg back for plank. You're reaching back into heels, and as you breathe out, lower down, keep the elbows tucked in. Hands forward, low cobra. Hands 10 inches, maybe 12 inches forward. Tops of the feet presses to the floor. And as you breathe in, move your chest and ribs forward. Keep drawing your chest through the arms, but lengthen your legs back. Let your shoulders soften.
And exhale, release, lower down, hands under the shoulders, inhale, toes under. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Feel the pushing floor away in your downward dog. Heel to butt. Inhale, step your right leg forward between the hands. Place your left knee to the floor. Tap the left knee. And then bend your left knee. Reach your left arm back, taking hold of your ankle or your foot. Using your right hand to traction your right thigh forward. As you breathe in, lift, lengthen out of your side ribs. And as you breathe out, as you fold forward, you're drawing your left heel towards your left glute. And sometimes it touches. And then breathe in, keep lifting, press into your right foot and lengthen, moving belly away from the thigh. And as you breathe out, you're taking it a little deeper. Two more breaths, deep breaths. And as you exhale, as you come deeper, feel that your right thigh and knee is reaching forward, your left thigh is reaching in the opposite direction. Last breath, deep breath. And exhale, release. Your next pose is lounge lunge. Your left hand, it reaches forward about 10 inches ahead, 10 to 15 inches ahead of the shoulder. Straighten your left leg. The left leg is straight. Your right hand is tractioning your right thigh forward. As you send your left leg back, breathe in, lengthening the ribs forward on your left side. And as you breathe out, you're moving your chest to the inside of your right leg. Breathing into lower back, lengthening lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, drawing chest closer towards that right leg. Press your left leg to the floor and breathe in. Feel you're moving belly away from pelvis. Your chest is moving towards chin. And as you breathe out, you're drawing chest closer towards your right leg. Inhale, release. Pigeon, H to B. So your right foot eases towards the left edge of the mat. Your left arm reaches back. You're bending your left knee. You're taking hold of the foot or the ankle with your left hand. Your right hand is now center of the mat. You may stay here. So as you breathe down into pelvis, breathe in and lifting, lengthening the ribs up. And as you breathe out, as you draw your heel in, you're sending your thigh away from you. You're going further, you're folding forward. Keep moving your heel in, but keep sending your left thigh back. You can come all the way down into the pose. Deep breath. And as you breathe out, taking it a little deeper. Deep breath, get lengthening, stretching lower ribs away from sacrum. And exhale as you come a little deeper. And then release. From here, your next pose today is if you stand up and should I show you the next pose? So the next pose is head to ankle on the wall. That's where you're going with this. I'm going to do head to ankle on my work surface here. So I'm going to place the block on my work surface here, like that. And I'm going to put my foot onto the block. So I'll show you what it looks like on the wall. And then I'll do it on there, because for me it's easier on there. But the pose that you're doing, the head to ankle on the wall, so if you're standing facing the wall, you turn away from the wall. You then take I'm putting my right foot up against the wall, like so. I then walk my hands forward and I'm tucking my right foot against the wall, so I'm tucking my right shoulder under my thigh. My hand is coming around, taking hold of the foot. My left arm is coming around and takes hold of the foot. You're breathing into your right hip when it's right foot against the wall. And then you're sliding your head and shoulder under the foot. You stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. Your foot comes down, the other foot goes up, and you do the same. 3 to 5 breaths. Yeah. So for me, I kind of struggle with that pose. So I use this. My work surface is here. On the camera, you might just see. So I place a block onto my work surface here. And I'm placing my foot up against the block. And then opening up the hips. So that's where you're going with that. My left foot is against the wall. My left arm slides under, it takes hold of the foot there. My right arm comes around the front. And you're breathing into that left hip. And as you exhale, you're sliding your shoulder, followed by your head. As your hip opens up, you can take this a little bit further. So that from the short edge, the next level, the next level. And you just keep working it up with what works for you. So there, I'm opening that up. You stay for 3 to 5 breaths on each side. So go with the one that's working for you today. That's it. Deep breath. Keep breathing into where you're feeling. Keep feeling for opening into the hip that you're working with. Deep breath. If you haven't changed already, change. Do the other side. Keep breathing into where you're feeling this and using the breath to open up the area. Don't force it. And once you're done, step into downward facing dog on the floor. Both hands, both feet onto the floor. One downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left leg forward, warrior 2 stance. And then come straight into emu with your right elbow over your left. You're reaching your forearms to the floor and your forehead is relaxing into forearm. Press your left foot to the floor and breathe in, gliding your ribs forward away from your left hip. And as you breathe out, as your belly pulls in, allow your body to melt deeper into floor. Feel for anchoring into your right leg. And then breathe in, gliding belly forward away from pelvis. Reach back into your right leg as you fold a little deeper. Your feet are active, don't use your toes to breathe. Now spread the breath through the whole of your back, deep breath. And as you breathe out, taking it a little deeper. One more breath into where you feel this most, deep breath. And exhale, release. From here, your next pose today is head to ankle. So you've done head to ankle onto the wall or work surface to open up to the hips. Now you're doing head to ankle. From here, you're Breathing into your left hip. And as you breathe out, you're sliding your left arm under the left thigh. Hand comes around, takes hold of the ankle. Right hand comes around, it takes hold of the ankle. You're breathing into that left hip. And as you breathe out, slide your shoulder, left shoulder, followed by your head under. Ease your right foot forward slightly, push the right foot into the floor, and use this to help to open your left. You can, if that's really difficult, place your right knee to the floor. And then everyone, you're breathing into that left hip. And as you breathe out, you're sliding your head, shoulder and head under the thigh. One more breath, deep breath. And exhale, release. So you're easing out of this pose. From here, your next pose is to I'll give you an option. So you have the option now of doing splits. You're doing splits, you're reaching your right leg straight forward and your left leg is reaching back. So you have splits as one option. You have blocks, you can use the blocks to assist. There is one option. The other option I'll give you today is scissors. If you're doing scissors, so if you're doing splits, stay in splits for 3 to 5 breaths. If you're doing scissors, so you step your left foot forward as you would for warrior one. You're tucking your left elbow is tucked in just under your left thigh, just under the knee. Your right elbow is tucking in, so your right elbow, my elbow is going to be tucking onto the hip bone of my right leg. So I'm coming down and folding forward and then lifting left leg up, reaching it forward, foot's off the floor. Keep reaching your left leg forward and then lift the right leg up and balance into scissors. Keep stretching your legs away from you. Scissors or splits is your pose. Good. And then when you're done, ease on down, step into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Emu, breathe in, step your right leg forward between the hands. Now from here, as you breathe in, bring in your right elbow over your left, and then bend your front knee and reach your forearms to the floor. Relaxing your forehead into forearm. Press your right foot to floor, and as you breathe in, gliding your right side ribs away from right hip. And as you breathe out, as you fold a little deeper, relaxing forehead into forearm. Press your left foot to floor, and then breathe in, keep traction and lengthening the ribs forward away from you. And as you breathe out, taking it a little deeper. One more breath here, deep breath. Exhale as you take it a little deeper. And then release. Your next pose is head to ankle. So ease your left foot forward very slightly, and then breathe into right hip. And as you breathe out, sliding your right arm, shoulder under, the right hand takes hold of the right foot. Left hand comes around the front and takes hold of the right foot. Breathing into right hip, deep breath. And as you breathe out, as you slide your shoulder under your right thigh, slide your head under also, head to ankle. You can place your left knee to the floor. Breathing into that right hip, deep breath. And as you breathe out, taking it a little deeper. One more breath here, deep breath. exhale, release. So your next pose is splits or scissors. If you're doing splits and you have you're stretching your right leg forward, you've anchored into your left leg and you're reaching back. If you have blocks, use the blocks and you keep reaching forward. Otherwise, your alternative pose is scissors. Starting with your left foot forward, you're bringing your right arm down and your elbow is tucked slightly under your thigh and knee. Your left hand is coming so that the elbow is tucking almost into the hip joint. Both hands are to the floor, they're about shoulder distance apart. When you breathe in, you're folding forward, lifting your right foot off the floor, reach your right leg forward. Left foot will lift off the floor, and your legs are lengthening away from each other. So now you're floating. Keep feeling for moving the thighs away from each other, whether you're in splits or in scissors. Good, and then step back into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And then once you've got back to downward facing dog, come on down onto your knees and I'll show you the next pose. So the next pose is, I'll give you options with this pose. Your next pose is called diving osprey. So I'll give you options with this. It's not the easiest pose to do. So you've opened up the hips just now. That's what you've been really working on through the class today. Diving osprey is it's like head to ankle. It's effectively head to ankle, but you're doing it from a diving position. So in your diving osprey, I'm stepping my left foot onto the wall, and then I'm going to stick my head. I'm aiming to stick my head under my ankle on my right leg. So that's the intent. So I'm going to do this. I'm sliding, bringing into right hip, sliding my right arm and shoulder under, taking hold of the foot as you would. So downward, so head to ankle on the floor. Once I've come close to head to ankle on the floor, I'm stepping my left foot onto the wall. May take a couple of steps as you reach up. And then once you're creating more space into your right hip as you slide your head under. You then aim to straighten your left leg. There. So the diving osprey is you're sticking your head under the ankle. Your alternative pose, if you're not wanting to do that today, is to do Mancoon stretch. So when your left leg is, your hands are down on the inside of your hands are on the inside of your left foot. You reach your left leg, your right leg back into heel. You bend the elbows and you're coming down onto forearms. Keep sending that right heel back. Keep easing that left leg forward. So do 3 to 4 breaths on each side. If you're in osprey, you're doing 3 to 4 breaths on each side. If the osprey, you want to have a go with the osprey and that's too strong, then if you have a chair close by, this is homework, you can have a chair, you can place that foot onto a chair and slide your shoulder followed by your head under. This is just another variation to help to open up into hips and hip flexors. I found also that by placing my foot in Osprey, by placing my foot that's on the floor on a block, it helps to open my hips a little bit more. So coming into the head to ankle foot on the floor, and then stepping the other foot onto the wall, straightening that leg if you can. If you can get both arms around your shin, then better. But for me, I'm also using my other hand to give me a little bit more stability in the pose. And then finishing up, downward facing dog. Everyone step into downward facing dog on the floor. From here, spread the fingers. Now breathe into lower back, deep breath. And as you breathe out, pull your belly in, reach your sit bones up, reach them back. Reach the back of your thighs to the back wall. As you breathe in, feel your moving belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, lengthen through the spine. You push the floor away, reach your heels to the floor. One more breath, deep breath. And exhale, reach it back. From here, bend the knees, and as you inhale, hop your legs between the hands and coming down into a seated position. So bring your left foot over your right thigh for shoelace, just the way we started. So now you do is twisting shoelace towards the foot. So your right hand is by right hip. Breathe in, press into left sit bones, reach your left arm is up. And as you breathe out, you're folding towards your left foot. Breathe in deeply. And as you breathe out, moving chest closer to the foot. One more breath, deep breath. As you exhale, taking it a little deep. And then release. And change sides. Right foot is over your left. Reach out with your heels and flex the toes back towards your. Your left hand is by the hip. Press into right sit bones. Breathe in, stretching your right arm is up. And as you breathe out, the right arm comes down. Foot is pressing against the arm. As you breathe in, press your right sit bone down and lengthen the ribs away from right hip. And as you breathe out, you're folding towards your right foot. As you breathe, keep lifting belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, come in a little deeper. One more breath, deep breath. And exhale as you pull. And inhale, release. Straighten your legs forward. You may need a strap for the next pose. Your next pose is called a cross-tied. So cross-tied, you'll want to fold your mat or have some protection for your back. So I've just, in a sense, my mat is folded. I've got some extra protection here for my back. You'll be placing the right foot into your strap, and you'll lie down on your back. So, and your right foot is coming up, and you're bringing your right foot behind your head. If you're not able to place your right foot behind your head, then you're using your strap, and the strap will come behind your head. So I have here like a little cushion that will go behind the strap, and it'll wedge between the strap and my head. So it gives me a bit more protection around the back. So you're bringing the foot as close towards you as you can, and it's coming behind your head. You've got hold of the strap with your left hand, and as your hips open up, the foot will come behind your head. Some of you won't need the strap. You're pressing your right foot, left foot to the floor and easing your left thigh away from you. So now you feel this opening up into your hamstrings and into the lower back, into glutes on your right side. You keep working that foot closer and closer, that right foot closer and closer until it eventually comes behind your head, cross-type. If you're going further, lift your left foot off the floor, reach your right arm through so that it's inside of your right leg, and take hold of your left shin. Then reach your left thigh and knee away from you and feel that it opens up. You should be pulling your right arm between your right thigh. So keep sending your left thigh forward. Breathe into that right hip where you feel this. And as you breathe out, send your left thigh forward. One more breath here, deep breath. And as you breathe out, release. Some of you will be able to put both feet behind your head. We'll do that in the next one. So change to the other side. The strap is around your left ankle. You take hold of the strap with your right hand. You're moving your foot behind, that is, your left foot is coming behind your head. If you're not there, use the strap and bring the strap behind the back of your head and cushion. You've got hold of the strap with your right hand. Your left hand is sliding through the thigh. And breathe in, lengthen, open out through the left side. And as you breathe out, let that foot come closer behind your head. If you can, lift your right foot off the floor, take hold of the shin, take hold of the right shin with your left hand. And then send your right thigh forward. Helps to open your hips and lower back a little more. And then breathe into where you're feeling this. And as you breathe out, send your right thigh and knee forward. Deep breaths. And as you breathe out, opening out a little bit more. One more breath, deep breath. And exhale, keep easing that right thigh away from you as you bring your left foot behind your head. And then release. You're easing out of this pose. Your next pose today is that if you can, bring your feet behind your head. So take the most flexible side first and then slide the foot behind your head. Or cross your legs and then slide both arms between your thighs and then slide the feet behind your head. Try to keep your back onto the floor if you can. So you're breathing into lower back, lengthening, open up to lower back. And as you breathe out, you're sliding the feet behind your head. Keep pressing your lower back to the floor. So you're not rolling over onto your shoulders. You're using this to open up into your lower back. So breathe there, deep breath. Press your lower back to the floor, but keep moving your feet behind your head as much as you can. 2 more breaths, deep breaths. And exhale, opening up into lower back a little bit more. 1 more breath, deep breath. And exhale, release. Place the soles of your feet onto the floor. Cross your right leg over your left forward twisted root. If you can, cross your right ankle under your left calf. And then reach your arms out towards the side. Straight out to the side. Your lower back presses the floor. As you breathe in, draw your knees towards your chest. And as you breathe out, allow your knees to come over towards the left side, as close towards your left armpit as you can. Your head is in the opposite direction to your knees. You can use your left arm on the top of your right thigh, helping to open your back a little bit more, or just allow the arms to be. Now breathe in and lengthen your belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, soften your right shoulder away from your head. Breathe into lower back. Feel the lengthening lower ribs away from your sacrum. And as you breathe out, feeling for that release as you let go. One more breath in, deep breath. And exhale, release. Press your arms to the floor. Lower back presses down, draw the knees back to center, and unwind the cross of your legs. Change the cross of your legs. Left is over right. If you can make the second cross, you can. Press your lower back to the floor. Breathe in, lift your feet away from floor. And as you breathe out, draw your knees as close towards your right armpit as you can. Head is in the opposite direction to your knee. You can place your right hand onto your left thigh and on the thigh or close towards the hip. And then use the hand just to traction and ease your lower back out a little bit. And then breathe in. Breathe into lower back, lengthening lower ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, allowing your left knee to come closer to floor. Don't force this. Relax your neck and breathe in. Breathe into belly, moving your belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, softening your left shoulder away from left ear. Deep breath, inhale. Fill up with this breath. And exhale as you let go. Place both arms to the floor. Line it with the shoulders. Press your arms to the floor. And as you breathe in, draw your knees back to center. And then unwind the cross of your legs. Lengthen your legs along your mat. Lie down for Shavasana. So you can lie down with the soles of your feet onto the floor. Or bring the soles of your feet together, knees to the side. Or straighten the legs forward, bringing your feet a little bit wider on your mat. Lie down in your final pose into Shavasana. So softening the back of your skull, allowing yourself to let go completely. Relaxing forehead. Relax eye sockets. And let your jaw relax. Let your shoulders be soft away from your ears. So your neck has more space to let go and to relax. Let go of your upper back. Letting go of your mid back and your lower back. Slight tuck of tailbone, feeling a release into hips, into pelvis. And relax your thighs. Thighs and hips, you've really worked these a lot today, so just feel them and then let them go. Relax your calves and shins. Relax ankles, feet, and toes. Relax your belly. And relax your arms, relax your shoulders, your triceps and biceps.
Soften your elbows and relax your forearms, your wrists and hands. Relax your fingers. Still the mind. But stay with feeling and noticing how you feel. And if you can, let go of another layer. You feel the energy that's moving through your body. Feel this and attach it to yourself as you draw it in. Draw it into your body and let it move so that every cell feels the benefit of your practice and feels this energy. Feel the edges of your toes and the edges of your fingers. And take your breath a little deeper. Fill up with the breath. So feel all of these edges. And exhale completely, letting go of what's not serving. And on your next breath, stretching the way that feels good to you. Finding a deeper level of release when you let go. On the next breath, bend the knees and move your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees close, allowing your body to move side to side, forward and back. And then roll to your right side. Keep the neck relaxed. Left hand is down on the floor by chest, breathing. And as you breathe out, push the floor away as you're coming up into seated position. Sitting up tall and hands together, the thumbs are lightly touching your sternum. Give yourself a moment to acknowledge your practice and what you've done for yourself today. Thanking you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today, finishing with a breath, a deep breath. And exhale. Namaste.